Welcome back to Refined. I'm Gart Swanson. May is National Speech Language Hearing Month, a time to raise awareness about communication health at every age. And thanks to one local business, they are helping people in our community find their voice and stay connected.
Here at the Evergreen Speech and Hearing Clinic in Kirkland, you will get the best care in the Northwest. The proof is in the history and legacy. Thomas Norwood and his wife Ruth started the Evergreen Speech and Hearing Clinic over 45 years ago with their son now taking over. It's a true family affair where they treat patients like family.
When you have patients here, it's not like you see them and they're gone. You see them for hours when you're fitting with a hearing aid. You learn about their family. They learn about your family.
Owner and doctor of audiology Christopher Norwood agrees he's proud of the decades of care here.
Well, let's talk a little bit about your business here because you guys have been around a long time. A lot of legacy here.
Yeah, we have deep roots here in the Pacific Northwest. My father started the clinic back in 1979 up in Kirkland, Washington. Over the years, we've grown to over 3 practices, over 35 employees, doing both speech pathology and audiology.
So it's really cool that your family is so rock solid here for your company. But what about your team here? Because they're professionals as well.
Yeah, we're really lucky. We have an audiologist right now who's been with us for 40 years. Other audiologists been with us for decades. Our team of staff is really what drives this community here. The whole patient experience is something we really pride ourselves on. And I think that's why, we've been voted the best in the Pacific Northwest year after year and a reason why we've been around since 1979.
But when it comes to hearing, I mean, it can lead to other problems, especially with the brain, right?
Yeah, exactly. So we don't just hear with our ear, we really hear with our brain. And a really big hot topic in audiology right now is cognition and hearing loss. And knowing that good hearing means good health for the brain across the lifespan. And untreated hearing loss has been shown to increase risk for like cognitive decline, for social isolation, and just reduced quality of life. And so by managing our hearing loss and by being aware of that across the lifespan, we're just helping really our brain be healthier across the lifespan.
And what kind of symptoms do you see?
Yeah, the most common symptoms that most people report is, hearing loss is a tricky thing. It's almost like an invisible symptom that starts. Most people complain of difficulty hearing a noise, maybe some ringing in the ears or tinnitus. Those are the most common symptoms, or just difficulty hearing other people, having to turn up the television a little bit louder. Hearing loss happens very gradually and slowly, so it often starts where it may not be too noticeable, just maybe asking for a repetition here or there. So whenever there's any concern, it never hurts to get a baseline. It could happen at any course across the lifespan.
So when it comes to hearing, you guys are totally dialed in. How about speech? How can you help someone with that?
Yeah, so we work across the lifespan too for speech. We see a lot of young infants, and the reason why hearing and speech are kind of tied, in order to say the sounds, we need to be able to hear the sounds. And so first, they'll often work with our audiology team, making sure there's no problems with the middle ear or any problems with how the child's hearing is functioning. And then we have a great team of speech language pathologists who works on everything from pronunciation, articulation, stuttering, just fluency of speech, as well as expressive or receptive language disorders. So we work on the whole broad spectrum of speech, trying to just make people hear and communicate better, whether it be hearing or how they're expressing themselves.
So as a doctor of speech and hearing, how does it make you feel when a patient comes in here and you treat them and all of a sudden their life has just absolutely changed, whether they're talking, whether it's their speech or what they're hearing?
It's the most incredible feeling because, hearing impacts all aspects of our life. Sometimes people may not realize the impact of something that their hearing or speech may have had on them. And to hear their stories about how they can go out and reconnect, it's the most invaluable experience. And it's such an honor to be able to serve this community here in the Pacific Northwest over all these years, and to see how it impacts our patients' lives and how they share with their friends. And we get to help more of the community hear and communicate better. It really helps us kind of transform lives.
By the way, the Evergreen Speech and Hearing Clinic has 3 convenient locations, one in Bellevue, Kirkland, and Redmond. To learn more, just head to everhear.com.